Hey folks, Osborne here, and with a few weeks overdue I'm gonna make the review of this knife here. So this is the Benchmade 943, and the reason why I bought this knife is to get a gentleman folder that would be longer than my UK pen knife that I already have. I really wanted something discreet and classy, so here it is. I did the unboxing a couple months ago, I believe. As you can see, there's a little change of background here, so let me know what you think about it. So let's go. The first thing that I gotta say is that I'm a big fan of the design. I love the blade shape. The 940 not so much, but the 943 has a modified clip point, it's called, and it's very nice. As you can tell, it is an Osborne design. Just like the Benchmade 950 Rift, and a friend of mine, he bought the Rift last year, so I had the occasion to manipulate it. And even though these knives, they don't really play in the same category, you definitely got some similarities, and the most noticeable is the lack of jimping on the blade spine here. So you got some jimping here and there, and it's really not purposeful at all, but nothing on the spine. So I really believe that Mr. Osborne, he didn't want to break the lines of this knife. He wanted something really smooth and stylish, and because it's a gentleman folder, in my opinion, you're not gonna use it hard or anything, and therefore you don't really need a lot of jimping. Okay, even if you would have added a little comfort to the handle. So I'm gonna start off with the blade. So as I said, modified clip point, S30V steel, it's written here. And I was kind of surprised at the beginning. I thought it was gonna be a satin finish, but it's more of a matte finish, kind of like the Rift or the Kershaw Skyline. And I definitely would have preferred a stonewash blade, but I really dig this finish. It's pretty nice this way. It was sharp out of box, not razor sharp, but pretty sharp though. And I think it is a flat grind, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it is a flat grind, or maybe a very shallow hollow grind, but I think it's gotta be a flat grind. I'm almost sure. And you got this nice thin and pointy tip, which is very useful. So this knife is gonna be a very good slicer. You know, everything is very slim and thin. Okay, the grind and the blade is very thin, so it's a very good slicer. About the stem stud, they're very close to the handle, and I thought it was gonna be a problem to deploy the knife at first, but actually it's not. The texturing on the studs is very well made, which makes it very easy to manipulate. The handle is made out of aluminum, which I don't really like in general. Okay, I don't really like the feel of it, plus it's gonna take some scratches with the time. I've been pretty careful with mine, so I only have one little scuff here, and I think that's all. Yes, it is. And of course you get this famous blue anodized titanium backspacer, which is totally gorgeous in my opinion, and also in my personal opinion classier than the combination of the purple backspacer and the green handles that you find on the 940, but again, that is just my personal preferences. What else? Yeah, inside the handle you got some steel liners that you can see, and they stop about here. One thing that I do not like is the way that they made the screws. So at least these two screws, where I got my thumbs here. So the way that I made it is basically it is one screw going through the handle, through the spacer, and through the second handle. And I don't know how resistant is that, but you know, because it's a classy knife, it shouldn't be a problem, all that stuff. Because obviously we're not gonna use it as a pry bar. But I don't like the asymmetrical look that it gives to the handle. Okay, You know, I'm pretty anal about my knives, fit and finish, all that stuff. I feel very concerned about it. So this little detail here is bugging me, I gotta say. Um, as you can see, the handle and the whole knife actually is very slim, both in this way and this way. So, and the fact that it has such a narrow handle is pure happiness in the pocket, you know, plus it's very light, so you don't even notice it's there, and even when you're trying to access inside the pocket, it's never in the way, and that is great. But on the other hand, it's not fantastically comfortable, okay, because the handle is very narrow, so you don't have much handle to grab when you hold it. And I can't really blame Benchmade on that, you know, because they've tried to make it as ergonomic as possible, despite the narrowness of it. So you got a good finger guard here, and the handle is angled this way, to kind of feel the hollow of your palm right here. So that's pretty nicely done, I gotta say. But it's not very comfortable. Just for the comparison, so this is my Benchmade Griptilian, and as you can see, you have much more handle to grab, okay? This is very comfortable. This is not very comfortable. And the edges here are relatively sharp, so when you hold it, it's not necessarily very comfortable, and you don't really know where to put your thumb. So here it's too much on the back, so it's not comfortable, and here it's relatively comfortable, but there's definitely a lack of jimping, okay, so you can slip easily. What else? Yeah, the access lock. So I've already talked about it in several reviews. It is very good. Definitely one of the safest locks out there. However, I got two complaints or concerns about this lock. The first thing is that you're stuck with the tip up carry. Okay, there's no tip down carry for this lock, because obviously if you put the clip here, it's totally in the way of the lock. So it's gonna be tip up only. And the second concern is more about the reliability of the Omega springs that you see here. I really don't know how strong it is, but I got my hard-used Benchmade Griptilian for several years, and I've opened it maybe, I don't know, 30,000 times maybe, and I've never had any problem with the springs, so I think it's pretty tough though. The pocket clip is the regular Benchmade clip, like I said, tip up only, and the carry of this knife is less discreet than what I thought it would be, mainly because you got this blue anodized titanium that is pretty bright and shiny, and that is definitely catching the eye when you're carrying this on your pocket. It's however pretty discreet though, and you really don't have much sticking out of the pocket. There's only this part here, and you can't even see the blade, so the only thing that is very catching the eye is this portion here. Another thing that made this knife special is about the size. So it's right in the middle between the large folders category and the small folders category. And it is very interesting because it has all the advantages of the small knives, meaning very compact. But on the other hand, you still have a pretty big blade, which is, in my opinion, more useful than a mini grip, for example. Okay, so it's kind of a hybrid class in its own, and it's pretty nice in my opinion. Just for the comparison, so you got the full-size Griptilian here, the mini grip right here. Okay, just to let you see. Okay, just right in the middle. What else? Yeah, the price point. So price point on this knife is about $170, which is in my opinion way overpriced. Got mine at $135, which is more acceptable, but for what you get you shouldn't go over $130, which is around 100 euros currently. So it is a very good knife, but I think it doesn't worth more than 100 euros in my opinion. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for my next vid. There will be more to come, even though I didn't really had the chance to make a lot of vids these last months. Thank you for watching, and as usual, comments, concerns are welcome. Bye.